The Mayor did mention our first speakers are from The Social Outfit. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce Amy Lowe and Fatima Sultanzi, who you may recognise from Channel 7 Breakfast News. Amy and Fatima from The Social Outfit. They're going to tell you all about it, but I think you can already tell that they are a beautiful fashion house and extremely successful, not just in the normal measures, but in the difference they make to communities around the world. I'm going to hand over. So Amy's the CEO. Fatima is one of the employees with a great story to tell. Do you need any more, or that's good? All right, let's give it up for The Social Outfit.
Thank you, Bernie, and thank you to the Mayor for that beautiful introduction. We always love a plug for the work that we do, so thank you very much. I am the very, very proud CEO of this wonderful social enterprise and charity, and we make charity look very good, I think you can say. I wanted to get just a quick show of hands from these people. How many of you are familiar with The Social Outfit? Wonderful. I love this. Okay, for those who had their hands down, I'm going to do a very kind of brief overview, but I warn you that I can talk about this for days and days. So we are a charity that started with a very clear mission of employing refugees and migrants and giving them employment pathways and a community in Sydney. We do that through a fashion social enterprise. So we have manufacturing in a small workroom in Marrickville, and we have a retail store in Newtown. We did that, the founder, we've had 10 years of creating fashion and creating employment. We have paid more than $2 million in wages to refugee women. We have employed more than 125 refugee and migrant women in our organisation. And we do training as well. So it's the first job for refugees in Australia, as well as training opportunities so that they can kickstart their careers here. We have trained more than 1,200 people in skills, thank you, in skills from making, so garment construction and sewing, financial literacy, and also customer service in our retail store, which if anyone has started their career in customer service, it's a pretty daunting task. But even if you take a step back before that, finding your first job is a really difficult task when you know people and when you know the language and when you understand what retail is in the country that you're living in. Many of the women that we provide first jobs to, English is absolutely not their first language. When I speak to some of the young women that work with us, they're not familiar with Australian sizing systems, and they've never actually shopped for clothing in the way that we do. So there's lots of different ways that we are really supporting our community and engaging our customers to be able to participate in that really beautiful transaction as well. I guess because we're wearing these most fabulous clothes, I wanted to just stop for a moment and talk about another way that we engage community in our work. The thing that I love about fashion is fashion tells stories, and there's something about when you put a garment on that can make you feel like you're 10 foot tall and make you feel like you belong. And I think that that's the possibility with fashion and community and connection. This print is something that we are very proud of, and we just launched this week. And Fatima is wearing a lot of the clothing here as well. Each of these petals was an artwork from a different refugee woman that we engaged in our community print program. So we did a 4-week textile design program, and 12 women from very different countries sat together and thought about the practice of motifs from their countries and artwork, and then we put it all together into a print and then a collection which makes the stories of refugee women visible. But that's not all. So I guess because we're at the Eco Living Festival, I wanted to also acknowledge that we print it on silk because it's a natural fibre, and so it's breathable. It's one of, we choose to use suppliers that have environmentally friendly processing. And then the other step that happens for these garments is that our workroom, we have sewers, there's 9 of them, and they make all of the different garments, and they're all learning how to make and how to actually produce. I kind of made a challenge for them in this selection of fabric because it's very slippery and difficult to work with, and we made a lot of different types of styles that we hadn't actually made before, and I'm very, very pleased to say that the women stepped up to the challenge, and the garments are exceptionally well made. There's all these kinds of new design features that are if anyone has sewn, they will know how difficult it is when the fabric is slippery and you're trying to get a straight line, let alone all of this incredible kind of blousing. There's so many different details, and it's quite exceptional. So we're also giving our team the chance to really step up and create some really beautiful clothes that women really want to wear. And then, again, because our model is to employ and train refugee women throughout every part of the process, the clothes are sold in our store, and it's young refugee women who are selling the products in store in their first job in Australia. So fashion might seem frivolous, it might seem fun, and kind of for many people, unfortunately, it's a throwaway kind of item, but I can absolutely attest to that there are so many opportunities for women women in particular, to have meaningful engagement and employment through fashion. Globally, I think it's something like more than 80% of clothes are made by women, and that's reflected in Australia also. And there is so much skill and craftsmanship that I think goes unvalued in the broader community. So I guess with that, I wanted to introduce Fatima more formally. And Fatima, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Hello everyone, good morning. Respectful and greetings to you all. My name is Fatima Sultanzi, and I'm a sewing technician at the Social Outfit.
Can you tell everyone how you found your way to the Social Outfit?
I joined the Social Outfit Industry Beginner Programs 4 years ago in 2021. In my home country, I had some experience in fashion and sewing, but when I arrived in Australia, I didn't know where to begin. Everything was new and challenging, the language, the culture, and the work environment. But when I joined the Social Outfit, I felt seen, heard, and most importantly, supported. The Social Outfit gave me a chance not just to work, to grow, to learn, and to build my confidence. I developed new skills, gained self-belief, and became part of a strong, supportive community of women. Now I am proud to be building a better future for myself with purpose and with pride.
Thank you. I'm going to take one moment. We've got a lovely model over here on Ella who is wearing another one of our beautiful items. Thank you. So she's wearing a slip dress that we've just made, but I also wanted to highlight the jacket that she is wearing, because this is an example of how we also contribute to sustainable fashion. So the fabric is a beautiful macro suede that was actually donated to us. It was the result of an event company that ordered a whole lot of fabric for some installation, and they had rolls of it left, and they called us in a panic and said, come and pick it up this week, because otherwise we don't know what to do with it, it's going to go to waste, we need to clear this venue right away. So we went after some mad hurry to collect the fabric. It's quite exceptional fabric and really incredible quality, and our team is very creative, and we conceived this jacket to be able to make. So it's actually fabric that was otherwise going to go completely into waste. And I think you can see that it's a highly valuable item. So we are literally doing the upcycling here and making, giving our customers the opportunity to buy something that is unique. We only have small quantities, and make you feel good about this is what waste can look like. Ornella has a few other outfits that I'm going to talk to as well, because there's so many different examples of the fashion industry's waste that we can turn into beautiful garments. We are very grateful to our fashion partner supporters who donate us fabric. There are many local brands here who do that for us. But I wanted to speak to Fatima again, particularly about this collection, because as I said, it's very difficult to work with silks of this kind. Fatima, can you share what it means for you to be part of creating this collection?
Yeah, being part of this collection is very special for me because it gives me a chance to use my skills and ideas to create beautiful clothes. And I feel proud knowing that the garments I make will be enjoyed and appreciated by people. This work represents by people. This work also represents the effort and dedication of refugee and migrant women, which makes it even more meaningful. Thank you.
Can you explain some of the new skills that you learnt through making this collection?
Through this work, I have improved my sewing skills, especially with delicate fabric like silk. And I have also learned a lot about teamwork, patience, and paying attention to every detail. Each project teaches me something new and grow, and it helps me to grow professionally.
I just want to note that Fatima started with us 4 years ago in a sewing class. So it's quite an exceptional progression to have gone from learning how to sew on an industrial machine less than 4 years ago to actually being able to participate in the design and development of this collection in a much kind of more advanced way. The other thing is that Fatima has actually been making tailoring as well. So she's made suits. We started that process because we were commissioned to make a suit last year for the Governor-General. That signalled a way for a high-value item that women who want to be able to wear their values in those most important moments can back us and our work, but also demonstrate what it means to empower women. And through that process, again, we've been able to work together so that suit jackets and tailoring can be made, and we've just been kind of really, really proud to be able to put that out in the world and have many more women buy their suits through the Social Outfit from fabrics that have been donated from the fashion industry. So all of the good things all together. Thank you. So the other question I had is, how does it feel for you knowing that these clothes that you've made with your own two hands and to have them be worn by women across Australia?
I hope they feel happy and confident.
Yes. Yes.
Not really good.
Absolutely.
Not really good.
Fatima spoke in public in this kind of environment for the very first time only 3 months ago, and has since been on live television. And she is incredibly humble, and again, I just feel like this is what fashion can do. It's the confidence, it's belonging, it's being connected to community. There's so many things that you can easily overlook in the fashion industry, and this is why we do what we do. And then there's also the looks. So here's another outfit that is made again by fabric that's donated from the fashion industry. And yeah, it just is really beautiful. We produce in really small units because we get ends of rolls that's why we get the donations, is because the fashion industry makes something, then they can't use the same print the next season. They're kind of done with it. We'll take it on board and then figure out what we can make with it. So each of these, I think the skirt we were able to make maybe 5 or 6 of them, the top, probably 20. It's very, very small units. And each of the things that we do is just a labour of love, really. Although the other thing is that we're Ethically Clothing Australia. We're accredited with Ethical Clothing Australia, so we do pay above award wages for all of our staff. I think so. I guess, like I said, there's probably lots of different things that I could talk about in the ways that we work, but I wondered if there was any questions at all. And in the meantime, what I wanted, if you can think about what your question might be, and then I'm happy to answer those. But we talked about as well, what is a word? What do you hope that people feel when they put a piece on from this collection?
In my language, I choose hope. I choose hope because if they wear and they feel happy and confident, and they know these clothes made by refugee and migrant women.
Thank you. I guess for me, that's absolutely part of what I love about what we do, is that there's so many stories which are really negative about the fashion industry and refugees, and this is a way for our team to be able to create a community that shows that there is a way to make something joyful and positive and progressive. Beck.
Got some questions?
Hi. My heart sings. Congratulations and thank you so much for sharing. I've followed you for years. I'm really interested to know, are you part of FOMA, and do you know about that? And if not, we must get you part of it. So Fabrics of Multicultural Australia, Sustainability and Showcasing. So I'll get you invited for this year, and then if you're happy to, and we can talk some more, let me put you forward for next year to showcase, because how wonderful, all you incredible women with all your designs and looking, model, you could all model the wonderful work, and I'd love to see some of your wonderful older ladies also modelling as well. Anyway, happy to support you in any way I can, and thank you.
Thanks, Beck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I've got a really shallow question. Yeah. That lovely shirt that the model was wearing just then, what's the fabric that's made of?
That is a very good question, and I don't know the answer to that right off the top of my head.
Is it high maintenance?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Is it available in a 10 to 12?
Yeah. It will be very shortly, yes.
Because I reckon that'll fit, once she's done with it. Did anyone else have any questions? They can be shallow, they don't have to be. Oh, yeah, okay, I've got to fight one of the knitting nanas for that shirt. Give it up for the knitting nanas. Older women active to protect the land, water and air for the kids, yeah. That's the professional getting in front of the speaker. Won't be doing that anymore. Did anyone else? Yeah, Ian.
I'm wondering where the interest is coming, because I'm sure it is coming, towards expansion of your business.
Yes. This is, there is interest, and one of the things that we're really looking at is, as an organisation that's really anchored in employment pathways, how do we play a role within the fashion industry to be able to provide future employment for the women who start with us? So we're looking at what are the skills gaps in the industry, local manufacturing is kind of growing, but also there's so many people who have not heard of us. So there's a lot of work to do in our marketing and awareness, and these kinds of things are really wonderful also. It is a long, long list of potential for growth.
Yeah.
I will say that one of the descriptions for us is that we're small and mighty, and we really try and make every resource work as hard as it possibly can. And our ambitions probably outstrip our resources at this moment. So any ideas you have or kind of support that you can provide to us for the growth and just even letting people know to come and find us and buy online is incredible support.
Fantastic. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I just had one other outfit that I've asked Donella to wear.
Beautiful, yeah. That's great.
And In this one, I wanted to really be able to talk about the cost of making, because you've probably seen a lot of people are wearing garments like this, and it looks amazing. But when we started to make this, the fabric in the waistcoat is actually fabric donated by Zimmerman. So thank you to Zimmerman
Go
for donating.
Zimmerman.
Yes,
Yep.
for donating their fabric, which is exceptional quality, as you can imagine. But when we make this, all of the panels, because of the check, need to be lined up. And so there's a lot of kind of engineering in the patterns and the cutting that, as a consumer, before I worked in fashion, I had no idea. So there's actually, we had to be really careful and considered, how do we make use of making sure that they line up? Like, you can see the thoughtfulness when you look at the side panels there. And then we've put it all the way around the back as well. The darts match. Like, that's quite detailed, and probably something that you don't even think about as you're just like, it looks great. But if it's not done like that, it would look chaotic and a disaster. And so this is the cost of making garments, is that the time that it takes and the materials that you use and how you actually move from the cutting table into a garment that looks finished. And it's that decision that you see as a customer, and it's in an instant. You're like, that looks a bit off. It's not quite right where the button is, or like where it sits, or anything like that. And this is a really good example of of the unseen cost of making. And we have been also, we know fabric goes to waste. We use all the different bits and pieces, but we really need to be engineering it to make it work. And I just think that customers sometimes don't see that. And the time and the hours that we pay our staff to be able to actually make it in the right way.
Beautiful. Woo. Again, size 10 to 12, that vest?
Absolutely.
Yeah, great, thank you. Just asking for a friend, yeah.
Yeah, I guess if there's no other questions, then I think we're...
Yep. Oh.
I adore you, and you're doing an amazing job, and keep going. Inspirational.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
And then, a big thank you to Fatima for sharing her story also.
Beautiful. And can I just say, it seems that you were name dropping the Governor General a bit there, but let me tell you, not nearly as much as the Governor General name drops the social outfit. If you follow her on anything or see her anywhere, she is always talking about the social outfit and how you embody the full spectrum of community empowerment, sustainability, and working for women, with women. And it's just, I think it's a really beautiful way for us to begin the day here. So more power to you. Keep the size 10 to 12 coming. And I'll have to get back into the Marrickville store and check it out again. Thank you so much for coming along, Amy and Fatima.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.